According to Keep America Beautiful, a volunteer-based litter eradication program, more than 50 billion pieces of litter can be found along United States roadways and waterways. This is an issue. The act of littering is a relatively recent problem. It was not until the 1950s that manufacturers began producing high volumes of litter-generating products and made packaging and materials such as plastic. Littering itself can produce massive environmental consequences that would in turn make human life on Earth difficult and dangerous. It is crucial that people stop littering as it can help prevent future disaster and possibly reverse present consequences. However, to understand littering and its impact on the world around us, it is crucial to understand what exactly it is and what has caused such a disaster. So, what is littering? Littering is one of the greatest environmental disasters on Earth that is completely preventable. According to the World Animal Foundation, littering can be defined as the improper disposal of any waste products. It is possible that it can happen by accident; more than likely, it is on purpose. The most littered products include cigarettes, food packaging, plastic water bottles, and soda cans. Littering can be the effect of both personal and local causes. One of the largest reasons that people often litter is due to a lack of public garbage bins, or overflowing bins that do not get emptied on a timely basis. Another major reason for littering is simple human laziness, carelessness, and irresponsibility. The lack of accountability and responsibility of keeping communities clean directly leads to increased littering. The impact it has on our communities. Littering has an in-depth impact in the communities in which it occurs for several different reasons. One major impact that littering can have on communities is the endangering of native species. Native species are crucial to their natural ecosystems as they ensure stability in the environment around them. However, with the constant threat of pollution, these native species are constantly threatened due to the creation of habitat destruction, disruption of animal behavior, and increased threat of predators.
The main thing with litter is there are particulates and plastics break down, and so a lot of those microplastics are going to be in fresh water as well. So there are chemical aspects of littering that will impact. But of course, the big thing is visual. It's much more visual than, say, water pollution, which is not necessarily easy to see unless you're looking at indicator species or something like that. So um, certainly there are impacts, but a lot of it's going to be kind of the visual look of the environment now. And then with plastics, we get into all that issue. That's where the breakdown of plastics. Another issue is if people burn their trash, all of the plastics and things that burn, there's dioxins and other really toxic chemicals that are given off that'll get into the soil and the fresh water that way. So certainly burning it isn't a solution unless you burn it at really high, like industrial scale. In trash incinerators burn at such a high temperature, and then they have air filtering mechanisms that kind of scrub it on the way out, so there isn't as much. I mean, industrial where you're burning at a super high temperature, but if you just take a pile of litter with plastic and paper and light it on fire, that's probably more problematic than the litter itself.
Action. Of course, local communities aren't the only ones being afflicted by environmental issues, specifically the issue of pollution. In fact, it seems that the entire world is being affected by this problem. Some examples are the increased levels of carbon dioxide emissions resulting in large episodes of coral bleaching due to sped up oceanic acidification. Another example is the tremendous hazardous hurricanes that are afflicting coastal cities, resulting in huge financial losses. And of course, we also have the mass extinction of a large number of species that is currently ongoing due to habitat degradation. And what is most commonly known of is the melting of the polar ice caps, resulting in increased sea levels. Thus, as we can see, pollution can affect the health, well-being, and stability of our planet. And we have to combat it. The best part about combating pollution, though, is that it can start right here and right now by the simple act of properly disposing one's waste in the right places, and also taking into consideration the effects that one's actions can have on the health and safety of our planet.